it's Maureen Legas with your 21 Days 2016 Tech Tidbit for Day 8. Today we're going to be talking about custom domain names, how to add that to your new KW website powered by Playster, and where to find those instructions. Right, so we're going to be going back over to your website under Technology. We're going to go to KW Websites. Take us here to this page. We're going to click to go to your website. And then we're going to click Edit Site. And down here at the bottom, it's going to say Custom Domain. Now the name that you originally received on your website is something in the beginning here, .kw.com. So the kw.com is the domain, and this beginning part makes this a subdomain under kw.com. You don't want to be a subdomain, you want an actual domain name, so you are going to want to add a custom domain name. And here's where you would add that. But before you do that, on the right hand side it'll say have a custom domain, step-by-step articles. So I'm going to click on step-by-step articles, and it's going to open this up, and this is from the Playster system. It's going to have a little article for different folks that have different types of domain providers. So most of us use GoDaddy rather, for a domain. So I'm going to select GoDaddy, but go through here and see if you have any of these others. You would click on those PDF links so you can get the instructions. So I'm going to click GoDaddy, and it's going to say, okay, if you have GoDaddy, this is what you have to do. You have to log into your GoDaddy account. You want to click where it says manage on your domains. When it gets to your domain, whatever your domain, they've marked out what this domain is, something.com, whatever your domain there, you're going to click on this little toggle switch, like a gear. It's going to have a drop down. You're going to click Manage DNS, and those are your domain settings. So here it shows you what it looks like. In DNS, you click Manage DNS, and this is what it looks like. The first thing you want to check is what's called name servers, and you want them to be numbers. It's some NS name server X and Y, so some different numbers. Name server 1, domain control, name server 14, domain control, name server 215, whatever it is, you want to make sure that the name servers look like they're in this format. Otherwise, you would have to go through this resetting system. Next, it talks about email, forwarding. You want to make sure forwarding is off. And then you want to come down and change the record that looks like this. It starts with an A, has an @ sign, and a value. And then over on this side, there's a pencil, and you click to change the pencil to edit. And it says make sure that your A record is pointing to this number. So you actually copy this number, 184.169.141.142, and that's what goes in this value. So you edit and you copy this and place it in this value, and then you save. So that's where it goes. 1 hour is fine. It might say 600 seconds, whatever it is, it's 1 hour. Click Save. Second thing you want to change is the CNAME. So here's the CNAME. There might be several. The CNAME we're looking for has the www dot. And so you want to make sure that the www dot points to this, domains.myrealestateplatform.com. You want to make sure that's there, and you click Save. All right, then you go through the rest of this. It explains what you're supposed to do. Now we go back to our Playster site. You add your custom domain, and you save it. All right. So that's what's in here. Let's go back here. So once you've updated your domain provider site with the www and with the A record, you come back here, and in this spot you would type in your domain name with the www. So I typed in mine previously, www dot, and then I have my domain name, and I click Save. Now it might take up to an hour or maybe even longer for your domain provider to get those settings set properly. But once that's there, you should be able to use this, your custom domain, what you have up here in this field, as the access to your website. And that's what you would give clients to your website. Okay, once that's set up, you may want to add this to your KW profile, so that way when someone finds you on your KW profile, that they would be able to be directed to your new domain area. All right, so how do we do that? Well, first let's go to whatever your domain name is, make sure that it's working. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to open up a new window, and I'm going to, up in the address bar, which is right above where we are here, I'm going to click my domain name, which is the www, and here it takes me to my website. I'm going to go back up. Let me show you what I'm doing. So I put that up here in the address bar. I'm going to back up and click on this and right click and copy. Now it's also going to include the HTTP : or HTTPS : whatever it has. It's going to include that, and we're going to need that to tell KW to point to it. So I'm going to go back to my KW. I'm going to click on the plus sign next to my marketing. I'm going to go down to Manage eAgency Website, and it's going to open this up. If you have multiple websites, you pick the one that you want to edit. And then what you're going to do is go to section 2.4. It's thinking about this. Section 2.4, which is your site info. And you might need to drag it down here. And what you want to do is your alternate website, you want to make sure to remove what's in here and right click and paste in your new site for your placed or updated site. Now see, it says website to display. Click here to use eAgency template. Click here to use the alternate, and this is the alternate. So make sure that's clicked right here, and make sure that your website status is active, and then click to save. You may also, on section 1.1, look at your domain info, and if you are using your domain name on section 1.1, you might want to add a new domain here. So you would get rid of this, add your new domain, and save it. So now you now have your custom domain set up, and you have a link that you can share with your clients. And if you are not using KW's Placer site, if you have another website that you want to do the same thing for, just Google your domain provider and for steps on setting up the DNS for my domain name. The other option is, if you're uncomfortable with this at all, call your domain provider and ask them to help you do it. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.